This diagram illustrates the core physics problem of smartphone photography. Optical zoom requires physical space for light to travel through a lens array, space that simply doesn't exist inside a 9mm phone chassis. For years, manufacturers relied on digital zoom to bridge this gap. Instead of magnifying the actual light, software crops into the center of a small sensor and mathematically stretches the remaining data until the image degrades into noisy, blurry squares. Because of these physical constraints, professional-grade reach has always required photographers to carry heavy DSLR bodies and dedicated tripods. The OPPO Find X9 Ultra moves away from a standalone phone, acting as a modular base that locks together with dedicated hardware to capture the light a bare sensor can't reach. This system is powered by a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor, supported by a 7,500 mAh battery, and 100-watt rapid charging to handle the high data throughput of its sensors. The physical interface includes a heavy-duty grip with a haptic shutter button and an all-metal 300mm f2.2 lens attachment that feels like a piece of industrial machinery. To see if this modular approach can actually replace a professional DSLR rig, we have to stress test it against a structure massive enough to demand extreme optical reach. The Great Wall presents a brutal challenge for any lens, with miles of difficult terrain and massive structures stretching deep into the horizon. To bridge these gaps, the device utilizes a 200-megapixel 3x sensor alongside a 50-megapixel 10x sensor. These high megapixel counts provide immense resolving power, capturing enough raw data to render sharp architectural lines, even when the subject is miles away. This hardware lets you spot structures on distant ridges invisible to the naked eye, pulling them from the haze into sharp focus. The 300mm external lens compresses this vast geographical space, stacking distant watchtowers and mountain ridges into a single tightly composed frame. This level of reach enables the photographer to bypass their immediate surroundings, searching the deep background to find and frame hidden compositions. At extreme telephoto lengths, even a tiny 1-degree hand tremor at the camera body translates into a massive 20-foot swing across your target, making the frame nearly impossible to hold. The device uses internal computational stabilization to counteract this motion in real time, effectively freezing the frame without the need for an external gimbal. We tested this by tracking the cats living on the wall. Despite the wind and unpredictable movements, the stabilized footage remained smooth and locked. Shifting to the Forbidden City introduces a different challenge, working within compressed, highly textured corridors where lighting and shadow become critical. The primary 200-megapixel Sony LYT91 sensor processes the complex color science of the traditional architecture while maintaining detail in deep shadows. When confronted with 500-year-old materials, the sensor resolves the pitting and weathering of the bronze, preserving macro-level textures that a standard phone would smooth over. Professional results require both the stability to track sudden motion and the resolving power to capture ancient micro-details. This system provides both. By combining a 300mm external lens with the LYT91 sensor and advanced stabilization, we've effectively bypassed the depth limitations of traditional mobile optics. These results were only possible by treating the smartphone as an adaptable, modular base for heavy-duty accessories, rather than a closed loop. Traditional mobile shots often capture a wide, unintentional blur of context. This modular setup allows for isolation, careful framing, and the creation of intentional art. The line between mobile content and professional photography is being erased by this synergy of AI processing and raw physical glass. The future of mobile photography is being built on systems that physically adapt to capture high-end imagery rather than trying to digitally simulate it.